Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about Sentry mode and how to use it, so if you're interested, stay tuned. I see this question asked pretty often, should I turn on Sentry mode in so-and-so situation? So I thought I'd answer it today. I think the most common one is, hey, I'm going to the airport for 2 weeks, should I leave Sentry mode on with the car unplugged? So basically, if you're going to be away from the car for an extended amount of time, do you leave Sentry mode on? Well, we know that Sentry mode does drain the battery, and the average is about 1 mile an hour. But this is just with the car sitting there, undisturbed. So if you park the car in an area where there's a lot of traffic, it's going to drain the battery faster. So you'd have to think about how busy the area is and take that into consideration when you're deciding where to park with Sentry mode on. Also keep in mind that if you have cabin overheat protection and say your car is parked outside, that's really going to drain the battery as well. So I would definitely turn off cabin heat protection, especially if your car is parked outside and you're going to be away from the car for an extended amount of time. There's no reason to keep the car cool when nobody is going to be approaching the car anytime soon. Cars today are manufactured to be able to handle this heat, and specifically I'm talking about the MCU and computer parts, those will be fine in the hot sun. One other tidbit you may not know is that with Sentry mode on, you don't have to worry about the car completely dying. And that's because the car has a built-in feature where basically if you have Sentry mode on and you hit 20% battery left, it'll automatically shut off to save enough battery to try and keep the car basically alive until you come back. So keep that in mind as well if you're worried about a vandal trying to break into your car and you want to be able to catch them in action. So I'd recommend trying to plan out your Sentry mode usage if you're going to be gone for a long time, and basically that way you have a better chance of catching someone if your car gets broken into. But if you're worried, I would say yes, keep it on, because like I said, the car does have a feature to shut off when you get down to 20%, so your car isn't going to be totally dead by the time you get back, even if you don't get back in time. But before you do that, make sure you research where the closest supercharger is, and if it's within 20% of your battery, then you can just let it go and it's not a big deal, because if your battery does die and you get down to 20%, then you can just always charge up at the supercharger station before you go home. Or better yet, maybe you live within 20% of the local airport. If that's the case, then let it go and you can just, drive home and charge it up when you get home without being stranded. So I think it's better to be safe than sorry and keep Sentry mode on as long as you're charging within 20% of your battery. The part you're going to have to work out, and is the variable, is how busy is the area you're parking. So of course, best case scenario is you want to park not where there's not so many cars driving by and stuff, and that way it keeps the triggered Sentry mode events down. You want to try and stay away from as much activity as possible and park inside if you can. That way the car doesn't get roasted by the sun while you're gone. So these are my tips for using Sentry mode if you're going to be away from the car for an extended amount of time. Does this change your view on Sentry mode and how the car utilizes energy to use Sentry mode? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.